it's a, when you start looking at that, and you start looking at the development of Martavius and Mike Williams, it's something we didn't have early in the year. There wasn't Taj didn't have the confidence in those guys as he's gained through the course of the year, as he had in Nuke last year. So therefore, he knew where his go-to guy obviously was Sammy, and felt extremely confident in him. But we really needed someone else to come on, and we've seen that with Martavius. We've seen it with Mike Williams, as we talked about. That Adam Humphries has just been consistent. And that's the thing you like to have out of Adam. You know what he's going to bring to the table. Stanton has made a few plays over the course of the last couple of weeks, which is good to see. So yeah, there's going to have to be some other guys step up and make some plays. And again, that's what we're talking about right there. And you go back and you look at those games. There's going to be an opportunity, about 4 or 5 different plays in this game that you're going to have to make. It's going to come down to that. It's going to come down to 4 or 5 plays. We're going to play 85 plays or 90 or 100 plays on offense, however many they play. It's going to come down to 4 or 5 plays. And anytime you get 2 evenly matched teams, 2 good football teams, it's going to come down to 4 or 5 plays that guys are going to have to step up and make. And whether that's a quarterback scrambling out of the pocket and stepping up, going and running and picking up first down and keeping the chains moving, and maybe not score, but that may be a play of the game. That's really what turned that drive around and got it going. So those are the things that you're going to have, and whether that's a Stanton Seconder, a Jordan Leggett, a Sam Cooper, any of those guys, Martavius, Sammy. But it is hard to say. And Hot Rod McDowell is a no. So
who's the best blocking tight end you have right now?
I think obviously Sam and Daryl and then Stanton. That would be the 3 I would put in that area.
Is Hot Rod in that area clearly superior to DJ and CJ just as far as what he's done this year?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I do. I believe so. I've been pleased with Hot Rod, and while Hot Rod may not be an every down back, if you had if we had a whole bunch of running back, he may not be that every down back, but he is our every down back. There's a lot of trust that we have in Hot Rod, and very good space, and so it has been playing really well. Obviously, DJ, Zach is we thought we had him back, get him back, and again, same thing just keeps happening. So I hate that for him, and we hope to get CJ back. CJ's a guy that hasn't practiced now for a while, so it's hard to, especially a guy at that position, throw in and see what happens. We've worked J.J. McCullough. He's been working some at running back for the last 3 weeks, and just to try to get him into a game mode of just to come on and let's go, especially with a young guy like that. And your first thing you worry about is ball security, and it's all great when you're not getting hit full speed out here, but at times. But he did a good job. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah.
So Dabo mentioned last night that Zach would be reevaluated today, or being tested.
Yeah, I think Zach will be an option Saturday. I think he'll be suited up. I think he'll be ready to go. I think he'll be an option. At what extent, it's hard to say right now.
Given all that after 11 games and the obvious dings and nicks that Taj may have, is it to the point where there's a degree of courage in what he's willing to make himself vulnerable to at this point in the season, in terms of taking hits and running perhaps?
Well, I think it comes down to this. I think it comes down to this is the last game of our regular season, and this is his last opportunity to play South Carolina. I think it's at whatever cost it is. That's his mentality, and we all know he's a competitor. He's a warrior. He's a battler, and he's looking forward to this game. He was one of the first ones in the office this morning. But that's Taj. He was here yesterday. So that's who he is, and this is the most important game to him, because it's the next game. And that's great to see, so.
Is there anything